Hello. Oh, it's lovely to see you, Karen. Hi, Helen. Hello. You all right? Hi, Alison. Nice to see you all. Gorgeous. So we are going to have a lovely yin practice tonight because I thought since we're in this like full moon vibe, it's quite nice to like I always think about the full moon being quite fire energy and it can be quite expansive. So I thought we'd have a nice grounding session, seeing as the moon is actually in like earth sign. So yeah, I thought we'd have a nice nourishing practice tonight. So the crystal I chose for this week is smoky quartz. So not everybody, I don't know if everyone's got that. Have you all got a piece of smoky quartz? Hi, Alison. Yeah, you do. Brilliant. And the only piece I've got is like quite a big piece. I've had this piece for ages and I have it just like in my space. So yes, I've got a big piece of that and also some vetiver. So I don't know if you have that already too. So vetiver, again, it's not an oil. I think that everybody maybe warms to. Like I really love it, but I didn't used to like it. So if you do like it, we're going to use that as well. And those two, I feel like are really nice to pack up just to ground us in this full moon energy. So this weekend we were talking a little bit about how it kind of feels at the moment with the energies at the moment, like we have been probably doing quite a bit of work on ourselves, releasing a lot of stuff. And it feels a bit like we're entering into this place of like new beginning. And I think it has just been actually just a couple of weeks ago, the new Mayan year. So it's like a new year in the Mayan calendar. So it kind of feels quite yeah, just quite new, all this new energy. So yeah, it just felt really nice to work with these couple of kind of plant and earth allies to support us. So I'll give you a couple of things that we can use and how we can use them if you don't already. And then I'll just go through a few bits and pieces that I've picked out of these yeah, these things that we can use alongside our yoga practice. So you're going to need a bolster if you've got one. If you don't have one, a couple of blocks or like a block and a pillow or like a rolled up blanket would do. So we're going to be working with some nice long held, really grounded postures that I'll also pull a little bit of wisdom out of while we're going through them as well. So we're going to have a nice like nourishing embodied movement practice first, just to loosen up and just get energy flowing, and then we'll go into these more held floor-based practices. So any knee issues, hip, anything going on for you, then obviously look after your bodies. When we're in the longer held practices, it can feel uncomfortable, but it shouldn't feel painful. So sometimes because in yin, we are like applying compression onto the joints, and sometimes that can feel a little bit like, oh, that, you know, like I'm aware of it. And then when it's released, that like energy is flooded to that area. So usually it really helps to free up some lovely energy as well. So let us begin. So if you have got a candle for yourself, then you might want to light that now, just to open up our practice. Is that Fiona that's just joined there?
Yes, sweetie. Hello.
Hi, are you lovely? All right, chick.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Right.
Always better when I've come out of the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Got
So
a
you
bit of time in
been there.
sunshine, I always feel better for that.
Yeah. I don't know why my camera's not coming on. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, yeah, I can only see a black screen at this end.
Yeah.
So if you've got a candle, we'll light that just to kind of set our practice. And again, just be really aware of what is going on for you, because what's going on for me at the moment might not, it might not be, it might not resonate with you, but see how you feel. So if we've got our oil, then we'll bring that in as well. And you might just want to put a couple of drops into the palm of your hand and just give it a rub. Fiona, it was vetiver oil if you have some, but if not, like any oil that helps you ground will be perfect. And smoky quartz if you have got any as well. So if you just rub it, like start to activate the molecules of the oil. And the quickest way to get it into our body, into our bloodstream, is to breathe it in. So if you just bring it over your nose, a nice deep breath in through your nose, it's just going to bring the oil in and down. And then we'll just take a few breaths like that, just bringing that lovely, those molecules into the body. So vetiver is the oil of centering and descent. So whenever we are feeling a little bit like off kilter, like even like overwhelmed or anything like that, these oils can be really good allies to help us balance our energy in any given moment. So having those present with us, carrying them around with us, I think is a really great way. And again, you just need to breathe it in. The other thing you can work with this particular oil actually is on your feet. So we'll also do a little bit on our feet as well, seeing as we are working with earth element tonight, which is associated with our feet and our legs and our hips. So if we just take a little bit of oil, and again, just connecting with your feet, soles of your feet if you can. And if you don't have any oil, just rubbing your feet is great. It just brings your attention down there just to connect with your feet. So vetiver is actually a grass oil. I actually thought it was tree oil, but it's actually grass. And the reason why it's quite grounding is because grass it kind of spreads and it roots. So it's like rooting that really helps to ground us. Now, paired with the crystal, couple of qualities that I thought were quite nice with this crystal were this feeling of serenity, calmness, and positive thoughts. So it helps us to really calm down. Now, I seem to remember that smoky quartz is really good if there's ever been any like abusive relationship. So really good for just kind of rebalancing your energy. If there's been any sort of abuse in any way, like any interactions with people that's been a bit like, any sort of aggression. So this is also really great for that as well. So we're going to be working a lot on the physical structure of the body, because the Capricorn full moon is very much related to the structures of the body. So like the muscles, the bones, like the skeleton of the body as well. Hi, Sarah. And this feeling of stability. So when we feel stable in our body and we feel grounded and centered, like anything can happen, like everything can happen, and we don't get knocked off our center so much either by other people's stuff going on. The other reason that I've wanted to do Earth Element tonight as well is that I volunteered, I don't even know why, to have my grandchildren for 3 days so my daughter and her partner can go off camping. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea, but here we are. I thought it might be a good idea for me to really ground before they descend tomorrow. So I'm going to go onto my mat, and we're going to start off with a lovely mudra, which is Prithvi mudra. Now, this mudra is fantastic for grounding. It's going to help to, it's actually really good if you are perimenopausal and you've got like erratic bleeds, then this is really good to help really balance the cycle. And also just really for nourishment. So really great for nourishing our bodies. So it's just the thumb and the ring finger are going to come together. Now you can take the thumb over the ring finger or the ring finger over the thumb. So you decide which feels the best for you, and the other 3 fingers extend away. So I'm just going to go over now onto my mat, and we're just going to have a little moment to just ground as well. So if you find a place that you feel comfortable in, and you can either like kneel or sit or however that feels good for you, really. But we're just going to start off with a little bit of breath work. Oh, I'll just bring my mic over as well, actually. And hopefully you can hear. Can everyone hear me all right? Good. I think I seem to have found a good mic, actually. Okay. All right, so finding a nice comfortable place, and again we're just going to bring the thumb and ring finger together, and you decide like where, because I'm always like aware that like not everybody is going to feel the same. So you might feel like you naturally want to take the ring finger over the thumb, or you might naturally want to take the thumb over the ring finger. So you just do whatever feels best for you. And we're just going to start with a few breaths just to begin to ground our energy. So as you begin to settle in, and just really feeling into your kind of physical, this structure of your body. So if it feels nice, you might want to just do a little bit of circling here as well. So it's quite nice. I like when I start my practices in the morning, just to gently circle around my base. And I like to imagine that I have a rooting cord just beginning to gently spiral down into the ground beneath. And this just helps to like really ground our energy. When our energy is grounded, we feel safe and we feel secure. And this is a really good, a good place to be. So just gently circling, again, just nice and slow. So just begin to slow everything down. And just imagine that you're sending this rooting cord down. And as you circle like this way, you're just beginning to really nourish the lower part of the body. So that energetic root chakra, the power center right at the base of the spine. So as you begin to breathe as well with this, just gently breathe in as you come forwards. Breathing in as you come forwards, and then maybe breathing out gently as you come back. So just start to get a gentle rhythm with the breath and the movement. And the gift of this lovely oil is stillness. It's a lovely feeling of stillness, just starting to cultivate that place within us that is still and calm, and it doesn't get knocked off center by the winds of life. Lovely. And then just gently bring yourself back to a center that feels good for you, just in your own time, and just let yourself settle there. So you might be more aware of the base of the body and this feeling of connection with the earth. And then from there, we're just going to gently take up a bit more space with your next breath. And it's just as if you get lifted up through the crown of your head. And then if you just lift your shoulders towards your ears, and then with the out breath, let your shoulders drop gently away from your ears, just nicely resting. So the head is perfectly balanced, the top of the neck, and then we'll just get this nice space of just feeling a bit more open but grounded. Again, just following the breath in, following the breath out. And just feeling into, again, just in this moment, what does your body need? Like, what does she need to feel cared for, to feel nurtured? Okay, lovely. And then just gently release your mudra. I'm just going to give the fingers a little wriggle. And maybe just giving the fingers, hands a little shake, maybe the arms a little shake as well. Okay, good. And then from wherever you're sitting, we're just going to take the feet in and just come into like a little bit of a squat position. So if you are on a bolster, you might just want to move that off to one side. And if you are in a position where you can just rock gently a little side to side. Now you might want to do this standing, but if you can, just squatting down, again, just letting the lower back just gently release there. Very good. And then we're just going to gently come up to standing when you're ready. So just gently lifting. And again, just be aware of the hamstrings, might be a bit tight. And if you're coming from a down position, you might want to take the arms overhead so you don't go dizzy. And then we're just going to move our body a little bit here. So we're going to just step the feet out a little bit wide. And just take a gentle sway from side to side. So we just start to just feel that connection with the ground. And then let's just massage our feet a little bit. So just massaging the toes. We're going to do a little toe stretch in a minute. So is that Sarah Proctor? Yes, it is Sarah Proctor. I thought it was Sarah Honey. Hello. And then other side. So just massaging your feet a little bit into the ground. And then just giving the knees a little bit of a release. So you might want to shake off the legs. So if you want to shake any silliness of the day off, if you've had a bit of a daft day with stuff going on, you might want to just shake everything out a little bit more as well. So maybe into the shoulders. And maybe even into a little bit of a forward bend, just releasing off. Again, just any tightness. And then maybe twisting a little bit as well. So we're not going to overdo it because I want to really ground everything down, but just loosening any bits of tightness or tension. And we're going to have a little journey as well tonight. So I thought we might have a little sacred woman journey for this full moon as well. It does feel like a new start. It feels really fresh and new at the moment, I feel, the energy. So it's quite nice just to begin again. Okay, good. And then just going back to center, let's just take a little kidney scoop. I quite like to do these because they're so good for the kidneys. If you are, especially with this full moon, like fiery energy, sometimes we can feel a bit burnt out. So, you know, if you've been doing a lot and really like maybe overworking a bit in the full moon, then these are quite nice just to replenish the kidneys. Really gentle movements. And as you bring your awareness a bit more towards your body, and again, just moving in a way that feels good. So you might want to just close your eyes for a little while as you move. And again, just tap into any areas that might feel tight, like where you're holding tension. You know, your shoulders tight, neck. Yeah, just been really aware of the body. I think when we live a lot in our heads, we can often get a little bit disassociated from our body, and we don't realize, unless our body throws up a little bit of pain, that actually we're holding quite a bit of tension. So I think it's quite good to really know your body and take the time to check in with her every day. Okay, good. Now from here, we're going to just take the feet out a bit wider. And again, when we take a wide base, this really, again, helps to ground our energy. So if we are feeling a bit off kilter, you know, like a bit overwhelmed, then just taking that wide stance with the knees a bit bent just really helps to ground our feeling that we feel quite strong in that. So we're going to just bring the hands up through the center. So we're going to cross the wrists and just take a nice deep breath in to stretch the arms up and overhead. And then as you breathe out with the mouth open, again, just breathing out any old energy from the day. So just let it release as you just release forwards a little bit. And then again, breathing in. So nice deep breath of fresh energy in, and then releasing out through the mouth any stale energy out as you come forwards a little bit. And again, breathe in. And then you might want to make some sound as you release it out. And again, breathe in. And again, release. Just letting everything go today. Breathe in. Release it out. Good. Last one. Breathe in. And release out. Good. Coming down into a little forward bend. Knees are soft. Now walk the feet in a little bit, and then we're going to come down into our first posture, which is going to be child's pose. So again, with child's pose, this is going to depend on how your knees are. So if your knees are happy, I've got no problems with knees or ankles, then this is all good. If you have got that going on, then you might want to come onto your back and bring your knees in towards your chest instead. So we just get that, you know, it just takes the pressure off the knees. So if you've got a bolster, a pillow or a blanket, we're going to put that here just between your knees and just shufty up towards the bolster. Bring your big toes together. The knees are quite wide, and then we're just going to gently nestle in. So you might want to just have a little kind of shuggle into your hips and then gently shuffle forward so that you're just resting and really supported by the bolster. Okay, now again with the head, you might want the head to one side. You might want to have the hands on the bolster and the forehead here. But again, just really finding your place of comfort. So we're going to drop in here for like 3 minutes. So once we're in, we just let our bodies release here. Now, again, if we can have a little bit of pressure onto the forehead, this allows the mind, I find, to really calm down. So if you do find that you're a bit overthinky, then this can be really nice. And this posture is lovely to replenish the energy around the hips and the pelvis. You've got a lovely stretch across the lower back. So again, if we've been a little bit burnout, we've been overdoing it a little bit, then this particular posture cultivates what's called in yoga pratyahara, which is just drawing the senses inward. So if we're feeling a bit overstimulated and overwhelmed, then this is like a really good go-to posture to really bring all of your energy in. So of course the child's pose, if we think about our inner child, you know, again, what do we need to support her? So sometimes, you know, we can take life a bit seriously, and maybe, you know, we can just make a bit of space for a little bit of play, a little bit of fun, and maybe watch a funny film, or, you know, go to the park, or let's do something that really nourishes that younger self. Colouring books are really good as well. So just connecting to that beautiful, nourishing breath. And there's just an invitation to really allow your body to slow down, allow your mind to slow down. And just really giving yourself that permission to call your energy in. We just allow gravity to do the work. So we don't need to push or force anything. Just allow yourself to naturally slow down. The earth is already inviting us to slow down, because we're going into this kapha time where the earth's energy is moving naturally downward. Beginning to tune into the out breath, which is also classed as a yin breath. And the yin breath is like this downward flow of energy. It's calling us in and down. And if you've got your head on one side, you might want to just rebalance the energy by just popping the head across to the other side for the last few breaths. And then as we take our last 3 breaths here, again, we're just going to really slowly exit the pose. And we're going to work it into a sassy cat as like our rebound. So I'm going to slowly coming out. And you might want to just pop your bolster off to one side and bring the hands with the fingers spread wide just directly underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to tuck under the toes and just take the weight back a little bit towards the toes and then forward. So just going to gently rock with the breath in, and then with the breath out, just rolling back. And then draw the navel in towards the spine as you come to like a rounded posture, like in the full, like angry cat. And then releasing the tailbone, the lower back, the belly, the chest as the head lifts. We come into this lovely, like happy cat pose with the in-breath, and then out-breath again, rounding in. Take the weight back towards the toes. And then again, the navel draws in and gently flowing. And then out breath. So we're just starting to create a beautiful flow through the spine. And then if you feel that you want to just move in a different way, maybe into circles or like a figure of 8 or like a snaky movement with the spine, just let your body move in ways that feels good, because again, our body is very wise, and it really knows how to move and how to release tension. So just allowing that lovely juicy flow to move through your body. Again, just really nourishing all of the parts that might have got a bit depleted. Yeah, lovely. Now we're going to come to a posture that might not feel so nourishing, but it is really good for your energy, especially in the lower extremities of the body. So we're going to bring the knees together, and we're going to tuck the toes under and bring the feet together. So we're going to come into the toe stretch. So if it feels good, but again, we want to be aware all the time. If that doesn't feel good, then obviously don't come right up. You can just keep the hands on the floor and then just take your weight back. But if you want to sit back onto the toes, you can maybe have your hands in that Prithvi Mudra here as well. And again, you want to just really connect to your breath here. So it can feel quite uncomfortable. But again, it doesn't want to feel painful. So if it's feeling painful, you might want to just take the pressure off a little bit. So if you can just connect into your breath. And this really helps us with grounding because it activates all of the leg meridians. Grounding points. All the way down the legs to the feet. As you connect into the toes here, just feeling into that connection with the earth. That feeling of grounding. And taking a couple of it, and then we're going to gently release the weight off. Release your little toes, and then just give them a little tap. And it feels really good usually when you get the tap going on. You can feel if you want to circle also the feet. Give your toes a little wriggle. And I think it's in the Chinese tradition, there's a saying that when our toes are flexible, our mind is flexible. So open toes, open mind. So it's a good one to work with. All right, good. So next posture is going to be butterfly pose. I think we all probably know this one quite well, and we definitely will know the analogy of the butterfly in the mush, in the chrysalis. And this posture really represents that. So soles of the feet together, and these are part of a couple of different variations of this. If you find that the hips are really painful, you can pop a bolster underneath your knees for this. You can also use the bolster to rest into, again, if that feels good. Or if you want to go like for the full variation, we're going to bring the feet as close as we can in, and then we lean right in. So we're just leaning right in. I think the full expression of this pose is to get your forehead into the soles of your feet, if you fancy trying it. It's quite, but yeah, just gently leaning in to a place that feels good for you. Like you want to be able to feel it. So it's described as this Goldilocks position in yin. So it's not too deep of a stretch, but it's also not too shallow of a stretch. So you just want to find that place that's just in the middle. And then once you've found that place, just really tune into your breath. Just allowing your body to let go into this pose. And just really tuning into the out breath, to the yin breath, your best friend in yin yoga. And as we offer our forehead towards the earth, there's this sense of really offering the highest of ourselves down. So this gesture, actually, as the head comes forwards, it really brings more blood to the frontal brain, which again helps to calm us, to calm the mind. If you just let the head go as well, you get a nice stretch through the neck as well. So you get a nice fresh flow of blood towards the brain. And as you connect in with the last few breaths, you might find the body just gives a little bit more. There might be just a bit more release there for the body. Again, just really allowing the ease through the spine, ease through the hips. And a really beautiful connection to the earth here. Then taking your last 3 breaths here. And we're going to very, very slowly release from here. And just walk in, maybe with your fingertips along the ground. To bring the spine upright, and then maybe just using your hands to gently release your knees back. And then if you just bring the feet to hip width, you're going to just lean back and then just take the knees across for a little rebound in windshield wipers. So again, just taking your time. Everything's slow. So just really slowing down. Gorgeous. Okay, and then we're going to come to our center again, and our next pose is dragonfly. So the dragonfly, you might want to have some support underneath the back of the pelvis, the hips, just to tip the pelvis forwards a little bit. So if you do have that tendency for the pelvis to lean back, then you might find that just having a cushion just popped underneath the back of the pelvis can really help. And then I quite like in this pose to have a bolster between my knees, and then I can just gently lean into that. So again, we're going for this Goldilocks position. So we want to be feeling something, but we don't want to be like losing the breath. So if we lose the ability to breathe, then we've gone too far. So you want to be able to breathe in it. So finding that good Goldilocks position for you. Again, this posture really represents this wide base, so we're really connecting down to the earth. The dragonfly is a very special spirit guide, I think, certainly for me and Sarah. I think I know that, and really connects us to our dear sister Steph, who I know has had an anniversary very recently. And so the dragonfly represents new beginnings. And so this is a really lovely way, I think, again, just to have that feeling of this fresh energy, this new beginning, as we sit with this pose. So as we gently lean in, and again, just finding that place that works beautifully for you. And then connecting into the breath. And I think as we're in this pose, maybe just gently contemplating, like, what is the moon illuminating for you at the moment? Like, full moons always, you know, they bring light to areas of our lives that maybe we want to look at. So there might be, you know, areas that we need to let go of old stories, limiting beliefs. And we might want to welcome in something new. So as we hold in the pose, it's just a nice opportunity just to feel into, with this particular dragonfly energy, like what is been brought to the surface for renewal. And again, the invitation is really to bring our awareness inward so that we can connect to, like, our inner truth. What is true for us at the moment? What is real for us at the moment? Just allowing our body to release tension and tightness so that we can be really open to a flow of life in a really lovely, relaxed way. A couple of the qualities of yoga, or the kind of essence, is something called sthira and sukha, which is steadiness and ease. And this is the invitation that we live our lives in steadiness and with ease, in this gentle flow. And if we watch, we were swimming yesterday in the pond, and the dragonflies were just gently flowing over the water so gorgeously, and yeah, just watching their grace. It's so lovely. And you know, if we live our lives in that way, how lovely would it be? We can tap into the swish. Again, just for the last couple of moments, if you do feel that you want to lean in a bit deeper, so your ligaments and tendons take a little longer to soften, and they don't soften as much as the muscles. So, but you might find that they've just given up a little bit, and you can just get in a little bit deeper. Again, just focusing on the out breath, the yin breath. And this reminder of this lovely oil that we worked with. My gift to you is stillness. And in stillness, I discover who I am. And there's this lovely invitation to find that place of stillness where our intuition can be really active, and we can really begin to trust our inner self. And then we're just going to gently just take 3 beautiful, nourishing breaths. With the last breath, just let it out through your mouth. And again, if you want to let out a bit of sound, you can do that. And then again, we're going to gently exit. It's nice and slow. And again, we're just going to pop the bolster to one side. So we're going to need that in a minute. And again, you might want to just give your legs a little bit of release there. And we're going to come onto our back into cradle as a rebound. So if you want to just lower yourself down, bring the knees in towards the chest, maybe just hugging the knees in. And then we're just going to massage the lower spine a bit. So just gently roll from side to side. So again, everything's nice and slow. And even tuning the breath in as well, so that you're breathing in to one side and then you're breathing out to the other. So just massaging that lower spine, which is this vata point. So this is where the air element actually gets active. So just gently massaging and grounding that air, that vata point. And again, that just that reminder that with that vetiver oil, you can, before you go to bed tonight, maybe rub some into the lower spine and then into the feet as well. And that will help to ground your energy during the night. Lovely. Now I'm going to just pop the feet on the floor. The feet are going to come about hip width apart, close in towards the bottom. And then if you're just tucking your chin in, and we're going to come into bridge, so just getting yourself set up for that. The hands can be down by your side to the palms flat, again just grounding the palms down. We're going to begin with a little rock and roll on the pelvis. So you're going to press the lower back down into the floor and then gently roll the tailbone. So just create a little arc in the lower back with the in-breath. And then press the lower back down with the out-breaths. So just really gently beginning to massage that lower spine. And then we're just going to start a little flow for the spine. So as you breathe in, we're going to start to lift and just pick up the spine off the mat until like you get up to about the shoulder blades, and you'll feel maybe a stretch down through the quads there as you lift up for the in-breath. And then the out-breath, we're going to roll down. And then roll up. So just starting to work with the breath, breathing in to lift. And then breathing out to lower. Breathe it in to lift. Now, if your bolster's close by, or you might have a block, we're just going to pop that underneath the back of the pelvis so that we've got a little bit of support in like a supported bridge pose. And then from there, take the arms a little bit away from the body and tuck the chin in. So we'll have a little bit of nourishment here for the thyroid and the parathyroid glands. And again, just once you've got that bit of support there, you can gently close your eyes. And again, just tuning in to the breath. Bridge pose really helps to support the digestive system. And also the throat area, the neck as well. So around the throat chakra, really good if you struggle to speak the truth. It's really supportive. And also the bridge in its essence. If you think about a bridge, it takes us from one place to another place. It takes us over often and across. And so I always think about the bridge like being this bridge between the head and the heart, but also bridge between what has been and what is yet to come. Again, with this lovely moon at the moment, it just feels as if we're in this lovely place of this newness, a new energy. Letting go of the, or like shedding the skins of our old self. Allowing our new self to begin to emerge. And if you've got the support of a bolster, if you want to lift the legs up into like a waterfall pose, legs come up in the air. And you might want to give them a little shake just to help the lymphatic system. You might want to circle feet into the ankles. You might even want to take the legs wide. So just let your legs move in a way that feels nice for them. So again, you might want to just let them float up in the air just to create that freedom a little bit. Thanks. Hello, Buddha. Hello. 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 We're going to gently release into our Shavasana. So bringing your legs down slowly. And again, everything wants to be nice and slow. We don't want to break the grounded energy that we've cultivated. So just nice and slow. You might want to come back into that cradle for a few breaths, just to settle your energy again. And then again, just really hold in yourself as your cradle. A lovely soothing posture. And really calms the nervous system. And then you can just let your legs relax. And again, just really finding that place of stillness now for yourself. All right, so if you want to close your eyes and maybe, sorry, my cat is just getting super active all of a sudden. Just finding a place that works for you. So if you want to have your knees bent or, you know, whatever really works for you. Just let your body settle now. Hopefully your body feels nice and grounded, stable. I'm going to go into a little relaxation journey. So just having a few breaths, closing your eyes, and really bringing your awareness inward. Allowing your face to relax, your eyes, your jaw relax, your shoulders. Your arms lay a little heavier on the ground. Back of the body supported by the earth. Belly and chest relaxing, hips relaxing, the legs relaxing. Just letting go of the need to be anywhere, to do anything. Just set all of that down now. Maybe imagining yourself in a place in nature where you feel safe and comfortable. And it might be a lovely, warm, sunny day. The ground beneath you is warm and is soft. The sky is blue. The sun is gently warming your skin. It's a gentle breeze. And you feel safe and relaxed here. As you look ahead, see there is a circle of standing stones. And as you enter into the circle, you see at the center of the circle, there is a tree. This is your tree of life. As you walk over, it's as if you're walking home. This tree feels safe and familiar to you. Place your hands on the trunk of the tree and connect to its ancient wisdom. You notice that there is a door in the trunk of the tree. You open it and you step inside. As you do so, there's a guide there to meet you. Maybe an animal or a safe presence to ensure you a safe journey in this meditation. You begin to step down an old staircase. Your guide by your side. You step deeper into the trunk of the old tree. The stairs lead you down onto rolling sand dunes in a golden desert. You can feel the heat from the sun above you, the warmth and radiance infusing your body with energy and power. In the distance, high on a sand dune, you can see an ancient sun temple radiating with light. You make your way towards it. At the entrance of the temple sits a powerful, majestic lioness. She's protecting the sacred woman inside. The lioness roars and steps aside, and the temple doors open for you to enter. Waiting inside to greet you is the sacred woman herself. A woman who stands in her power, in her strength. Her queenly lioness eyes meet yours. And she's surrounded by a golden glow. She has been radiating her energy and power since the beginning of time. And you feel a sense of deep respect and honor for her. She is a power keeper. Her energy is like an electrical current, and you can feel it charging you up. A surge of courage and strength radiates through you, and you breathe this energy into any areas that you need it. You feel deeply protected. She leads you to a sacred fire at the center of the temple. In front of the fire is an altar made of ancient healing sunstone. You sit with her as the hot flames dance wildly. Smoke swirls all around you. And she leads you into a ritual of transformation. She asks you to call forward any feelings of unworthiness, self-doubt, comparison, any areas in your life where these perceptions have been created in your mind. Invite them to safely rise for healing. Any people, places, situations that have ever disempowered you. She invites you to place any cords of entanglement onto the sunstone altar for healing and transformation. She invites you to gaze into the sacred flame and reclaim your full power. Breathe the fire into your body, reclaiming your power and your strength, your energy, your confidence, and align yourself with the transformative frequency of fire as you repeat these sacred vows. I deeply trust in myself and I believe in who I am. I reclaim my full power. I live my life with integrity and purpose. I honor my sacred boundaries. I am energized and vibrant. Sacred Woman gives you an eternal flame of light to be used to invoke your power and strength whenever you need it, and to put in place your sacred boundaries. And you are the keeper of this sacred flame. It's time to leave the temple now, but you know that you can return to this space at any time. Give thanks to the Sacred Woman and make your way out of the Sun Temple. Doors open and you pass the huge guardian lioness. Walk across the sand dunes and back to the staircase. Climbing the staircase, your guide by your side. You thank your guide for being with you on this journey. Step out of the tree and back into the circle of stones. And you thank your tree of life for her wisdom. And as you begin to deepen your breath, beginning to bring a little gentle movement back into your fingers and into your toes. Maybe stretching your arms overhead. Just taking a lovely stretch. And as you draw your knees in, just gently rocking a little from side to side. Pulling gently to one side. And we're going to very slowly and gently bring ourselves back to a seated position again. Palms together, so creating a little heat in your hands. And you place your palms over your eyes, just allowing your eyes to rest into the warmth of your hands. And use your fingertips to gently massage over your face, your head, neck, and shoulders. Just taking a lovely deep breath in as you take the arms out to the side, just calling all of that beautiful energy in. the hands down. Just bringing the blessing in through the third eye. Just really tapping into that inner wisdom that is always there. Hands come to the heart. Just bowing yourself, your head in towards yourself. And connecting to a beautiful inner smile. Abundance in yin means that we recognize that we have done enough. We are good enough. We are beautiful enough. And we know enough. And we are precisely where we are meant to be. So we can relax here. Put down the internal pressure we place upon ourselves. Put down the need to improve what is already beautiful. So allowing a gorgeous inner smile to rise from your heart to your face and to your beautiful eyes. As you open your eyes into the rest of a lovely namaste. Night night, everybody. Sleep really well. Hopefully see you next week. See you soon.
Thank you. That was lovely. I'm going to try and sort my camera out for next time. I feel like a bit of a ghost.
Oh, well done. Yeah, I've got a Fijima 1 here.
Yeah, Fidgem's me, you know that. That's the first bit of me.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Okay, sweetie. Nice to
All
see
right,
you.
Annie.
And
See
thank you.
Oh,
Toodaloo.
thanks, Andrea. It was lovely, apart from the puppy was barking all the way through.
Oh, bless, I couldn't hear, but my cat also gets active. He always
Yeah,
gets active
they're
when
just at
it's
their crazy hour. So
I'm
I'll
just
see you
using
Thursday.
the iPad for the first time, so I usually use my laptop.